Happy New Year, Purpose Chasers! Are you ready to make 2025 your best year yet? Join me for our 2025 Pillar Planning Retreat. This is a 4-hour live virtual training where we will dive deep into the 6 pillars of wealth and help you set clear, actionable goals for this year. This is not a pre-recorded session. You will be joining me live, where we will work together in real time to create a proven roadmap to success and help you align your vision with intentional action. So whether you're refining existing goals or setting brand new ones that fully align with who you are now, you'll leave with this clarity and strategy that most people just don't get, but it's what's going to make 2025 your most transformative year yet. And most importantly, it's one of the most affordable ways that you can work with me in this season. So don't miss this chance to engage and have an incredible experience with an incredible community as we plan for results, not resolutions. Reserve your spot now for this hands-on experience at our Pillar Planning Retreat. It's time to set yourself up for success. So go to patricewashington.com/pillar retreat. That's patricewashington.com/pillar retreat. We miss the mark and we keep chasing misaligned goals that do not connect to a larger vision that would keep us consistent. And then we beat ourselves up. I'm Patrice Washington, and this is the Redefining Wealth podcast, where authenticity leads to alignment and abundance. Join us each week as we peel back the layers on what wealth truly means and dive into conversations that inspire, connect, and empower you to live your richest life. Get ready to challenge the status quo. It's time to redefine wealth for yourself. You're listening to the Redefining Wealth podcast with Patrice Washington. Happy New Year. Welcome back. It's 2025. It is the time of year that y'all start talking about New Year, New Me. It is the time of year that we start to set goals and talk about what we want to create, what we want to see manifest for our lives. And I am back. Your chief edge snatcher is back. Your chief purpose chaser is back. Coach is back with a different type of fire under my belly, because this is the 3rd time that I have recorded this episode. And that tells me that there is something so powerful in what I am about to share with you, that there could be something greater at work that wants to keep you from this message. And because you are worth my consistency and my determination and my resilience, I am still here. Okay? Listen, this year we are going all in on redefining wealth. But more than that, I am going all in on making sure that you get to see your vision come to fruition. 2024, God bless her. She did a lot. There was a lot going on. I talked about it in last week's episode, a lot of loss, a lot of lessons, but I do believe that this is the year of miracles. And I know it's so much energy in the air with people who are afraid of what this year will bring and what the economy will do and how things will turn out. But I am just here to keep you focused on your vision. Every day, I serve people for the last 8 years, almost 8 years. Every day I've served people who wonder why the goals and the desires, the dreams, the wishes they have on January 1st don't actually come to fruition by December 31st. And I am here to kick us off with just this simple idea about making your vision worth your consistency this year. If you are brand new, welcome to my world. I don't know what brought you here, but I have to believe that you did not land here by happenstance. I believe that it is divine, right timing, and that something that I say in this episode is going to be a blessing to you. So stick around. We're going to get through this together. And hopefully you're going to see some really great results from what I share today. So since December 15th, I have been in a self-declared 365-day consistency challenge. I actually entered it with a girlfriend of mine who's also my attorney. Shout out to Marissa Grayson. Okay, we started on December 15th. And since I started, the challenge. What I've been saying in my app, Redefining Wealth app, and all over is that there is something in me that just literally believes that consistency creates miracles. I am walking into 2025 fully expecting miracles to happen in my life. But the thing is about showing up consistently is that I truly believe it's just a matter of giving God something to bless. I believe that when God sees what you're working on, He already knows what you're waiting on. And it's an opportunity to create the space and the momentum for blessings to reign. But here is the problem. Here's the challenge that I have seen with myself and my own clients. If you've ever wondered why the goals you set year after year seem to fall off by February, not come to fruition, you don't keep up with it, and then you start to judge yourself as lazy or lacking discipline, could it be that the goals just aren't aligned with your actual vision? Because I think that consistency will reveal the truth about what you really desire. Consistency will reveal the truth about what your beliefs really are. And consistency will reveal the truth about why. The why the thing even matters. So after this affirmation of the week, I'm going to dive in. This week's affirmation is, my vision is worthy of my consistency. My vision is worthy of my unwavering attention, respect, and consistency because it gives voice to the deepest desires of my heart. Each day, I commit to showing up and taking action, knowing that small, steady steps yield extraordinary results. I release any doubt or procrastination, and I trust that my vision deserves my focused determination. Because it aligns with my core values and purpose, my vision naturally inspires me to stay the course. As I honor my vision with consistency, I pave the way for its full manifestation and the impact that it is destined to have on my life, the people I'm assigned to, the community I serve, and the creator that provided the vision to begin with. Declare with me today, my vision is worthy of my consistency. So statistics show that only 9% of people who set New Year's resolutions feel they are actually successful by the end of the year. Only 9%. They also say that most resolutions fail by mid-January, and the date that they actually give is January 17th, which is exactly why my pillar planning retreat was intentionally set for January 16th, because I want to catch you. I want to shift you. I want to help you reframe some things and declare what needs to be on that calendar in 2025 in order for you to be one of the 9%. As purpose chasers, we could take this up to 10% if we just all do the things. I'm going to show you at the Pillar Planning Retreat, which is a 4-hour virtual retreat. It is rooted in an event I used to do called Results Not Resolutions. And around this time of year, every year, between late December, early January, Results Not Resolutions was about making sure that you didn't just resolve to do some things. Like it wasn't just an idea, a thought, an interest, that you got committed. And I can't tell you how teaching this year after year has helped more people move from resolutions and get to results because it weeded out the lack of clarity, the unrealistic expectations, and most importantly to me, the absence of meaningful connection to a larger vision. At the Pillar Planning Retreat, I show you how our 6 pillars of wealth can help you actually protect the vision so that you're not another person who's just chasing goals that aren't even worth your time, your energy, your focus. If you want to join me there, please do. We'll have a few hundred purpose chasers from all over the world. The faculty from the Institute of Redefining Wealth will be supporting me. We will do breakout rooms, which we call wisdom circles, so that as I teach, you are also integrating in real time. My goal is that at the end of the 4 hours, you will know what you should be doing for Q1 and at least Q2, but you will have the tangible know-how, the practical skills and tools to set your year up to actually support you. And I can say that this is a system I've used for the better part of 20 years. It is the system that has allowed me to every year get more done in 90 days than the average person will get done in 2 years, if not more. I think I'm being generous by saying 2 years. I wrote 3 books in less than 4 years when that was my vibe. I have launched multiple programs in less time. I've bought property. I've taken trips. I've done all the things, literally leveraging this framework because I've always been clear on the vision. And this is why most goals fail. People have misaligned goals that are set based on societal pressure, external suggestions, or surface level interests. They're not necessarily rooted in personal vision. Many of the goals that we set and why it takes us forever and ever and ever is because it wasn't what we really wanted to do anyway. We could save so much time and energy if we would be radically honest about why we were actually doing the things that we wrote down. But we're so busy trying to impress other people, including former versions of ourselves, that we miss the mark and we keep chasing misaligned goals that do not connect to a larger vision that would keep us consistent. So what I show you at Pillar Planning Retreat is how this all comes together. It's one of the most affordable ways that you'll be able to work with me and learn from me in that style. And you can find out more at patricewashington.com/pillar retreat. So I do believe that most goals fail because they are misaligned with your ultimate vision. I can't tell you how many times I've supported a client that says, Patrice, I want to lose weight. And they think that that's enough. They think that it's enough to just state the thing. Okay, I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to lose 15 pounds. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. And then they spend a lot of time researching, checking out different apps, reading different books, listening to different podcasts. They're going through all of this research and all of this back and forth and all of this straddling the fence about which path they will take when it's like, you just want to lose 15 pounds. Now, if you are not dealing with a genuine medical challenge, for the most part, it shouldn't be that difficult. It's not that difficult. You know what makes it more difficult, though? When it's not connected to something greater. Because there is a clear distinction between I want to lose weight and I want to be healthy enough to play with my grandkids on the floor and get up without aches and pains. Or I want to hike the trails in my state and see mountaintops or waterfalls that I've never seen before, things that I've always dreamed of. I want to insert whatever bigger vision you have for desiring the outcome, because ultimately that is the thing that is going to connect you to the consistency in the commitment. I can't tell you how often I scroll through Instagram looking at these really fit women doing all of these absurd exercises in the gym. I am much too bashful in the gym to even try it, but I love to look at them and save them and clutter my little saved Instagram section as if I'm actually going to do those things. And here's the thing. I would do the extreme workouts if ultimately what I wanted was an extreme body. I would do the extreme workouts if ultimately I wanted to compete. One of our purpose chasers, Dr. Stephanie, is a bodybuilder. She literally competes in real competitions. She has placed in real competitions. When she sees those types of videos, they probably do inspire her to go and do those specific exercises. It would be fruitless for me to judge myself against those types of examples when that's not what I actually envision for myself. And yet that's what we do. We create these very vague, misaligned goals that are not connected to a greater vision, and then we beat ourselves up. If my big thing is that when I am a grandmother one day, today at the time of recording, I'm 43, I'm not ready to be a grandmother, but I have vision of being a grandmother one day. And I have vision of being an active grandmother. I see myself literally rolling around on the floor with the babies, with the toddlers, doing the fun stuff, taking them to the park. I still want to be mobile enough to get on the roller coaster rides the same way that I've gotten on the rides with Reagan for all of these years. I want to do all of the things. And so, what modality of exercise, nutrition, and working out would support that vision? Because I need to choose a modality that is aligned with the goal so that I'll do it consistently. Because if it's not connected to that, what am I doing? Why would I be doing it? What purpose does it serve? Setting goals that don't serve a vision, your ignited, aligned vision, do nothing but drain your energy, lead to frustration. They make it harder for you to trust yourself when you're setting future goals. You're constantly in a loop, in a cycle of self-criticism and judgment because you didn't do the thing, because you are one of the 91% of people who fall off pretty quickly. And the reality is, the problem isn't the goal. It's just the lack of alignment between the goal that you are stating and the ultimate vision you have set. What if what you did on your calendar, what you chose to do day in and day out, were just the activities that were going to lead you to the ultimate vision? We confuse goals with vision. Vision is what you truly desire. Goals are just metrics for how you get there. When you make it only about the goal and then heaven forbid it be misaligned, you can't be confused when you're not consistent. It is going to happen. And here's the role of consistency. I believe that consistency is simply a mirror. It is a mirror. It reveals what you truly believe is possible and what you are willing to work for. Consistency reveals what you truly believe is possible. I truly believe that in my 60s and 70s, I can be in good health and have enough vitality to roll around with all of my grandchildren. And I'm saying all of my grandchildren because I believe I will have bonus children. And so I'm not putting all of these kids on Reagan. Don't worry. I plan on having multiple children and multiple grandchildren. And I believe it's possible. It's no different than when Reagan was really young. And before she even could understand what I was really saying, before she understood what it meant to be in high school, she was so little. And I would say, you're going to have a fine mom when you're in high school. And you can call me vain. I do not care because this is about my vision. And let's just insert a lesson right there. The reason that many of us won't be honest about what our ignited, aligned visions are, what we see for ourselves, what we truly desire for ourselves, is because we do things like judge it. It's because we do things like, oh, that's too vain. That's too much. I shouldn't want all that. I should just be happy to. We should on ourselves, and we dismiss our genuine desires, and we demonize our desires, and we make ourselves not worthy. And in order for us to be consistent with our visions this year, we have to stop doing that. I don't care how vain you think it sounds or feels or how trivial it is. This is for you. Ultimately, it's only about you because this is about your consistency and, again, your belief about what's possible. And when Reagan was teeny tiny, I used to tell her I was going to be the finest thing in high school. And then when she became a high school student and some of her little friends would be like, hey, Miss Washington, mission accomplished, right? Of course, there's other reasons that my fit pillar mattered, but that was one of the visions that I had. That was one of the things I could see in my mind's eye, wanting to really be able to enjoy my parenting experience with my teenage child. I wanted to be physically fit enough to enjoy that. Happy New Year, Purpose Chasers! Are you ready to make 2025 your best year yet? Join me for our 2025 Pillar Planning Retreat. This is a 4-hour live virtual training where we will dive deep into the 6 pillars of wealth and help you set clear, actionable goals for this year. This is not a pre-recorded session. You will be joining me live, where we will work together in real time to create a proven roadmap to success and help you align your vision with intentional action. So whether you're refining existing goals or setting brand new ones that fully align with who you are now, you'll leave with this clarity and strategy that most people just don't get, but it's what's going to make 2025 your most transformative year yet. And most importantly, it's one of the most affordable ways that you can work with me in this season. So don't miss this chance to engage and have an incredible experience with an incredible community as we plan for results, not resolutions. Reserve your spot now for this hands-on experience at our Pillar Planning Retreat. It's time to set yourself up for success. So go to patricewashington.com/pillar retreat. That's patricewashington.com/pillar retreat. Now, what I've learned is that there's some ways that you can evaluate whether you're genuinely going to be consistent with something. Here's one of them. Ask yourself, does what I'm actually doing align with where I say I want to go? Does what I'm doing actually align with where I say I want to go? This is important because sometimes you could be doing things that sound good, look good, appear to be well to others, and it doesn't even align with your vision. I could be doing all types of things to stay fit, but for some of them, I would just be overworking myself, overwhelming myself, doing the most, being extra, burning myself out. And for what? If the vision is to be the cute mom in high school, or the vision is to roll on the floor with my grandchildren one day, there's a lot of things that I scroll and see on social media that I have no business doing. And I could like it for you. I could love it for you. And it has nothing to do with me. The reason we can't be consistent is when we don't ask ourselves that question. As soon as our girlfriend posts what she's doing, as soon as someone else shares what they're doing, as soon as you see a commercial, as soon as you hear something, you think that it has something to do with you. And now, instead of sticking to what is going to serve your vision, you are off allowing yourself to be distracted and on the path to burnout and inconsistency. For what? This is where we get to audit our time and energy. We get to audit our time and energy. We get to look at the things that we are currently doing that are supposed to be in service of this vision that we say we have and say, I don't mind what I'm doing, but do I like how I'm doing it? I understand that this can lead me here, but is that how I want to get there? Audit your time and energy. You can't just be doing things just because. There is so much available to you. In the Redefining Wealth app the other night, Reagan was with me for my daily live, and her lesson was opportunities are endless. Opportunities are endless. Actually, my bonus kids were on with me too. Opportunities are endless. And they were talking about being clear about their vibe and the energy of what they want to create for themselves as they start looking towards college, finishing high school and college. And Reagan came up with that title because her whole idea of what her college life will look like has been shifting since she's been showing up as an all-star and elite athlete in girls flag football. And now she's getting college offers and all these things. And if you know a school that is offering scholarships, send them our way. She's really good. Defensive Player of the Year. She's been killing it. She has been really doing well. But what it taught her was that her vision was to go to college debt free. She wasn't attached to how she got there. And what she did was align herself with something that, yes, has taken up a lot of time, but it has felt aligned for her. She has felt alive playing football. It has energized her. It excites her. So her actions are fueled by like a clear sense of joy and passion. They are not fueled by a sense of obligation. And that's why opportunities feel endless for her. What we feel like when we are operating from obligation and what we think sounds good and what we think we should do, and we're not clear on the vision, we've just become fixated on pieces of how the goals are supposed to be expressed. We start to settle. We start to think that this is the only way. We start to behave as if there are no options. We burn ourselves out. We put ourselves in these stressful situations. We put ourselves in these cycles of confusion when really, if we allowed ourselves to have clarity around the vision, we wouldn't have to have all that confusion about the execution of it because we would be flexible and we would allow it to flow and we would allow it to be fun. We would allow it to feel aligned. Therefore, making it easier to be consistent because we believe that that's enough. When you don't believe that's enough, you try to outperform, overwork, overwhelm yourself. Steve Harvey used to tell me, you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. And your consistency and what you show up in and day out doing shows what you believe. I believe that miracles will occur because I have recommitted. Well, this is the first time I've actually committed to going live every single day. I've hinted at it. I've talked about it. I've said, oh, I'll go live every week and actually didn't do it because it wasn't attached to a bigger vision. But now I'm clear on my why. You have to have a strong why that anchors you, because if not, when those moments of distraction or difficulty come up, you will make an excuse for why you can't do it. As soon as something comes up, you will make an excuse. But you're the one who chose to express the goal in that way. You could have chosen anything. So if the vision matters to you, choose a modality to get there that aligns with you. We are not taught to honor alignment. We are taught to push, force, struggle, strive, stress out because only things worth having we had to fight for. All my life I had to fight. And that's simply not true. What if you let it be easy? Here's what I have learned in this whole quest for more consistency, but thinking about the bigger picture of the vision. We have to really clarify what our desires are. And too many of us as adults have been beat out of our desires. And sometimes desires get confused with fleeting wants. I believe that desires are the whispers of your vision. It is not the noise of comparison. It is not the noise of external validation. It is not the noise of extra suggestions. It is not the noise of societal pressure. Desires are the whispers of your vision. And we confuse desires with fleeting wants. You will always see things if you have eyes to see. You will always hear things if you have ears to hear. And they may sound good and it may sound exciting, but we should not confuse that with the actual desires of our heart. And because we don't have the practice of writing them out, of doing visualization exercises, of being really clear, we get confused and start to go after fleeting wants. There are things that I have wanted that day. There are things I have seen and said, oh, that would be cool. But when it came down to it, I was interested. I wasn't committed because it didn't connect to a bigger vision for me. It's like in the fit pillar with the losing weight stuff. Do you genuinely desire to become your best self? Or you just want to look like so-and-so? You just want to look like, oh, I want to look like how I did when I was 25. Because looking the part won't always create the consistency to go to the gym. Because at the end of the day, you're 54 now and you don't believe in your heart of hearts that you can go back to looking 25. And instead of acknowledging and clarifying what your genuine desire is, you get caught up in fleeting wants. I saw someone else who's 54 and she said that she had her 25-year-old body. Now I want that. But do you? I believe being radically honest with ourselves will help us determine if we are just saying things to say it or if we are truly invested. Because the 6 pillars can only help you when they are protecting your vision. Without that, they are busy work. So when we're talking about the fit pillar, becoming your best self physically and mentally is what creates the energy, the vitality to pursue that vision. Creating relationships that matter are either going to propel or hinder your consistency towards the vision. Setting up your life to support you and making sure that the energy, the vibe, the organization of your space takes you closer to the vision that you say you have. Faith, believing in something greater, that is about helping you anchor to not just purpose, but resilience. Because life is going to happen. You will be distracted. You will come across difficult times. And will you keep going anyway? Will you still be consistent? Will you push through and record the episode 3 times? Or will you talk about why it didn't work, why you couldn't, make an excuse, and just say, I'll get back to it another time? The work pillar, it's about living your life's purpose, defining work that is aligned with your values, with your mission, with your vision. And money, of course, managing money wisely, because your financial health is what's going to support your ability to see the vision all the way through. Again, the pillar planning retreat is about making sure you are clear on the 6 pillars, not just hearing what they represent, but understanding how to integrate them into your life in a way that protects the vision. We cannot just keep setting these vague resolutions and then being confused about why it doesn't work. Your vision, hopefully, to you is worth protecting. It is worth giving yourself an opportunity to become consistent. This is about using a proven framework to set goals that actually align with your vision this time, and then getting the tools to stay consistent. What would it look like if this year, this time, you could finally make it through the year, make it through 2025 with more clarity, more purpose, more conviction, and an actual plan? A plan that isn't just written down, but a plan that is deeply connected to who you are and what you feel called to do. At least for me, I'm not always walking around with my phone. I'm not always walking around with my planner, with my prayer journal, with my notebook. This thing has to be tatted on your heart. You have to be able to see this vision and who you are and what this looks like and what this feels like in every one of these pillars, so that you could keep rising in energy, rising in vibration, rising in enthusiasm, rising in passion and excitement, because ultimately that's the thing that fuels the consistency. And even if you didn't choose to do something in each pillar 365 days, every single day, I'm doing something pretty much in every pillar, but what I publicly declared is that I will be live every single day in the Redefining Wealth live app, and I have been. No matter what it is you declare, even if you fell a little short, even if you fell off by 50%, are you not better off than you were last year? The average person would have to say yes. If you learned a system to help you break down this big vision and these goals into manageable steps, I'm going to teach you the 3 levels to goal setting. We'll talk about identifying habits to master and creating consistency that aligns with the vision. If you were able to do that and make it to February or March or April, many people who have been through the pillar planning retreat, which it is now called, but formerly results, not resolutions, have told me about the weight that they finally lost when they connected it to a bigger vision for their dating life or for their grandchildren or for just seeing themselves traveling the world, being able to walk around. I believe it was Italy or Spain, someone told me, and she lost the weight so she could go on a trip with her sister. I believe it was Miss Wanda in Pillar Mastery at that time. And Miss Wanda dropped so much weight and got to go experience the vacation of her life with her sisters? And has she not done it? If it was just still to be talking about, oh, I should lose 15 pounds, but it wasn't connected to the vision of walking around Europe with her sister, it could have been something that she just talked about over and over again with no actual commitment, no action, no follow through. What would it be like for you to get this game plan going so that you could actually see with your physiological vision the things that you have been imagining in your creative vision this whole time, for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, for 10 years, for decades? Hey, Purpose Chaser. Now, you know I'm all about staying aligned with my fit pillar, but as a business entrepreneur and speaker, always on the go, staying consistent with my workouts used to be a struggle. That's why I love the Future app. It's a game changer for anyone with a hectic schedule who still wants to prioritize their fitness. With Future, I get a personal trainer. Shout out to my amazing coach, Sydney, who creates workouts tailored specifically to me. So whether I'm at my home gym, in a hotel, or traveling, I can fit in a quick session or a full workout that fits my schedule. And the best part, Sydney keeps me accountable by checking in, adjusting my plan, and celebrating my progress. If you are someone who needs flexibility but doesn't want to compromise on results, Future is for you. Plus, they've got everything from strength training to cardio and flexibility, all designed to help you crush your fit pillar goals. If you're ready to level up your workouts, head to patricewashington.com/future to get started. That's patricewashington.com/future. And let's stay fit together, no matter where life takes us. Consistency is going to be the truth teller of your desires. If you're not willing to be consistent, then we need to be radically honest that you don't really desire that, or you haven't aligned it and connected it to a vision that is worthy yet. Because misaligned goal setting is a waste of your time and energy. Your vision for 2025 is too valuable to be lost in the chaos of misaligned goals and broken resolutions. Finally, let's have a year, 1 year, where your consistency tells the world, but really tells yourself, your soul, that you are ready. You are ready to have the things that you've been talking about forever. You are ready to stop playing small. You are ready to stop playing yourself to the left. You are ready to finally see it, to hold it, to taste it, to possess it, to smell it, to be it. What if this was the year? I need you to join us in the Redefining Wealth app. Join us for the Pillar Planning Retreat. Again, it's January 16th. It's 4 hours, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. If you cannot be there live, it will be recorded and you will have access to the replay until January 31st. And if you are in the Institute for Redefining Wealth, you will just have access to the replay forever and ever, as long as you are in the Institute for Redefining Wealth. This is the year, you guys. I believe that our consistency is going to make room for miracles. And I want to see every purpose chaser under the sound of my voice experience it. And I don't believe it's going to take all year. I think we're going to start to see things unfold and manifest right before our eyes very quickly. We have to stay committed to the vision, as Lisa Nichols says, and not attached to how we get there. And I know that here in the US, there's so much energy around the changing of our presidents and all those things. But I want to invite you to not give in to all of the hoopla and all of the energy that the news would like you to be distracted with. I want you to turn that down, tune it out, and turn up the volume on your vision. Let's get consistent. Let's do it together. I am here for the ride. I'm really excited about this season of the podcast. Stick with me, because each and every week we will be going deeper into conversations about authenticity, alignment, the pillars, vision, discontentment, wealth. I have some really great guests that I'm introducing you to this season. And between now and May, we are going to make miracles happen. My friend Rachel Luna taught me not to say magic, because magic is rooted in illusion. And I don't see this as an illusion at all. I see this as very real, very tangible, very tactical. I literally mean I can taste it. I have full expectation of miracles happening because this year we giving God something to bless. So if you are with me, come on into the Redefining Wealth app, join our daily lives. In order for me to be consistent, they are just put into my day, whatever my day looks like. If I turn it into something that feels like work and feels like, oh, I have to show up every day at 6:15 p.m. and do it this way and talk that way, I'm not going to do it. That's the other thing about consistency, making sure that it feels fully aligned for you. I am not just here to be doing things just because. My consistency is rooted in alignment. It's what I desire for you too. So let's make it happen. You guys, it's been my honor to be with you today. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of 2025. We've got some great stuff for you this season, and I can't wait to explore and to share. Until next time, I want you to live your life's purpose, find fulfillment, and earn more without ever chasing money. I'll talk to you later.